keep you on schedule to the best of our ability tonight. Thank you. I see a lot of familiar faces out there. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Chris Angelillo, and I'm the principal here at Kittatinny. On behalf of everyone, our Board of Ed and our Superintendent, Mr. Craig Hutchison, our administration, staff, teachers, and everyone at Kittatinny, we'd certainly like to welcome you this evening to our back-to-school program. This is a great evening for us because it really provides our teachers the opportunity to share with all of you the wonderful and exciting programs that your kids are exposed to every day. I'm very proud to say that we're off to a wonderful start. And I don't say this lightly, but I mean this when I say that in the 15 years that I've been in education, this is the best opening that I've ever been associated with, and that's across the board. I really think that setting a positive tone in the building is essential, and it's something that we've achieved, and we've achieved it in large part due to the efforts of our staff. So I'd like to commend and thank all of them for facilitating that process for us. Their guidance is absolutely instrumental in this regard, and I believe that when you hear from them in the presentations that they have for you, you'll see why. There are a few folks here that if you don't already know, I'd like to introduce you to. Starting over here to my left, Mr. Lazara. Ed Lazara is our high school Mr. Rich Hazler, who's our Director of Guidance in the back over there. Ms. Karen Elkins, who's the Director of our Special Education Program. Mr. Chris Carroll, our Athletic Director. And our Instructional Supervisors, Mr. Dan Haug and Mr. Gene McNicholas. One of the wonderful things about Kittatinny, and I know that many of you here were graduates and now you're sending your kids through the school, one of the great things about this school is that there's a real sense of family and community that's very tangible. And I think that that commitment and that sense of family is felt across the board by all of us and by our students. And that's obviously a key piece in helping us to develop and maintain a lot of those successful educational and extracurricular programs that we have. Before we get into some of the particulars with this evening, just a few sort of housekeeping items for your information. We will be steadfast to the best of our ability in maintaining the school calendar that all of you received over the summer. Very rarely are there changes to that. If there are changes to it or additions to it, we'll certainly get that information out to you via our school website, the Instant Alert messaging service which we have, which if you have not updated any changes to your account on Instant Alert, please make sure that you do that. We'll also do that via the marquee, and we're in the exploratory phase of looking at getting a digital marquee for right out there out in front by Halsey Road. So hopefully that will keep the community a bit more apprised of things that we have going on in the school. We're also in the process of going through a high school redesign program that essentially, for all intents and purposes, has been mandated by the state of New Jersey. What we have to do as a part of this process is over the next 3 years, we're going to be looking to revise our curriculum, some of which has already been done, believe it or not, but it seems as though you get something done and the state turns around and says, okay, great, now next year you have to change it, and you just got done doing it, and you're going to change it all over again. But we have to meet the expectations of the new national curriculum content standards that have to align with the New Jersey state core curriculum content standards. So this, as I said, is going to be a 3-year process for us. It started with last year's freshman class with the mandate that all students have to take an Algebra 1 or the content equivalent to that. And that curriculum revision process is ongoing, but there will be requirements that will take us through the year 2016 that we'll be looking to update. We'll keep you apprised of that information in a lot of different forms, certainly through our Cougar Country newsletters that we send out quarterly, our guidance newsletters that are sent out, and a bunch of the other media outlets that we have. We'll also be adding to the calendar some network meetings so that as we receive more information from the state, we'll have a way to get that out to you if you're interested in coming and listening to that. And then after we've met, the state will change that. The